Most people think that to end a relationship, they need a big talk. They think they need to sit down, list their grievances, and have a dramatic final confrontation. They want closure. But the strategist knows that closure is a myth sold to the emotional. In the world of power, a confrontation is just a transfer of energy. When we argue with a toxic person, we are giving them exactly what they want: our attention, our emotions, and a map of our triggers. We are feeding the very fire we are trying to put out. The most effective way to remove someone from our life isn't to burn the bridge while we are standing on it. It is to let the bridge rot until it simply ceases to exist. In this video, we are mastering the Shadow Breakup, the art of removing unwanted influence without ever firing a single shot. In this video, we are breaking down the mechanics of the strategic fade. We are moving beyond the impulsive need to tell someone off and entering the realm of social attrition. We will show you how to starve a toxic connection of the only thing it needs to survive: your reaction. We will explore the psychological concept of extinction bursts and why people get more aggressive right before they give up. By the end of this video, we will have a step-by-step protocol to reclaim our peace and our time without creating a single enemy. We aren't just ending a connection. We are deleting a liability. Have we ever felt trapped by a friend or a family member who feels like a heavy anchor? You know the one. Every time they call, your heart sinks. Every time you see them, you leave feeling less like yourself and more like a battery they just drained. We want to leave, but we are afraid of the fallout. We are afraid they will start rumors, or make a scene, or play the victim. So we stay, we tolerate, we play nice. And in doing so, we are slowly poisoning our own future. The cost of keeping a toxic person in our inner circle isn't just a bad afternoon. It is the slow erosion of our focus and our standards. We think we are being loyal, but we are actually being recruited into their chaos. Today, we stop being a host for their drama. The Shadow Breakup relies on the principle of intermittent starvation. Human connections are built on a feedback loop. When someone pokes us and we react, the loop is closed and the connection is reinforced. Toxic individuals, especially narcissists and high-conflict personalities, are addicted to this loop. They don't care if the reaction is positive or negative. They just need the charge. When we use the Shadow Breakup, we are utilizing the gray rock method. We become as uninteresting and unreactive as a gray rock. We don't provide the supply. We also utilize the Zeigarnik Effect against them. Usually, this effect makes people remember unfinished tasks more than finished ones. By never having the final talk, we never give them the satisfaction of an ending. Instead, we become a non-variable in their life. Because there is no event to fixate on, their mind eventually drifts to a new, more reactive target. We don't win by fighting. We win by becoming boring to the predator. History is full of leaders who removed rivals without a single drop of blood. In the court of Louis XIV, there was a courtier who was known for his toxic gossip and his ability to ruin reputations. The king didn't banish him. He didn't arrest him. He simply stopped looking at him. When the courtier spoke, the king didn't answer. When the courtier bowed, the king looked past him. The king instructed his inner circle to do the same, not with anger, but with total indifference. Within 3 months, the courtier was gone. He didn't leave because he was forced. He left because his power required an audience, and the audience had become a void. He withered away into irrelevance because the king understood that contempt is a feeling, but indifference is a wall. The king didn't lose his dignity in an argument. He kept his throne, and the problem simply solved itself. To execute the Shadow Breakup, we follow the 4 stages of the fade. Stage 1. The information diet. We stop sharing our wins. We stop sharing our losses. When they ask how we are, the answer is always fine or busy. We provide no hooks for them to hang their opinions on. We become informationally flat. Stage 2. Increasing the latency. We mentioned the digital delay in a previous video. Here, we weaponize it. We take longer to reply to every text. We miss more calls. We don't apologize for the delay. We simply state we were tied up. We are slowly training their brain to stop expecting a hit of attention from us. Stage 3. The public pivot. In group settings, we are polite but brief. We offer a nod and move. We never sit next to them. We never enter a one-on-one conversation. If they corner us, we have a hard exit ready. Excuse me, I need to check on something. We treat them like a distant acquaintance, not an enemy. An enemy is someone you think about. An acquaintance is someone you barely notice. Stage 4. The gray rock response. When they try to bait us, when they say something offensive or dramatic, we do not defend ourselves. We give low-energy affirmations. I hear you. That's an interesting perspective. Okay, we don't give them the heat they are looking for. Eventually, the extinction burst will happen. They will throw one final, massive fit to get a reaction. We stay calm. We stay boring. And then they leave to find someone else to burn. We must prepare ourselves for the guilt trap. Our old selves will feel like we are being mean. But we must realize that peace is not a luxury, it is a requirement. We cannot build a high-value life while carrying low-value people. We aren't ghosting out of cowardice. We are fading out of strategy. We are protecting our mental bandwidth so we can focus on the mission we discussed in earlier lessons. There is a profound sense of freedom that comes when we realize that we don't owe everyone a seat at our table. The shadow breakup is the ultimate act of self-respect. It is the realization that our energy is a finite resource, and we are finally the ones who decide who gets to consume it. We have cleared the weeds from our garden. The toxic influences are fading into the background, and our energy is finally our own again. But now that we have this extra energy, how do we use it to build real influence? Now that we aren't being drained, how do we start loading our social interactions so that people feel a deep biological urge to help us? There is a psychological debt that most people don't know they are carrying. In our next video, we are breaking down the reciprocity trap. We will show you why your niceness has been failing you and how to use strategic giving to create a network of people who feel obligated to your success. Subscribe to continue the ascent. The garden is clear. Now we plant the seeds. We will see you in the next lesson.